Above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? Wait! Don't go just yet. I've been practicing for this. Here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our wall. Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over... Mr. Sanjar... Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves. Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then? Well, thank you for reminding me. As if I weren't already destined for an early grave. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
Sure, just let me know. Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spew... The board was right. Display... Sanjar. It all...
That's what she said.
There's truly no...
Help! Someone's been killed!
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
I think I'm gonna be sick. I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Not much I can do for this guy. Whatever you do, don't make it stop. You'll never hear the end of it. If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be thankful.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard. Brack's missing, she's working doubles at once.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No? Glacier. I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch? Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth. They were pretty distinct. Monarch doesn't exactly have a thriving dental industry, and Isaac seemed to get stuck in all sorts of bad habits, dietary and otherwise. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter, other times he'd keep betting on a losing team, started owing the wrong people money. Sorry. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do. Here to catch a game? What can I... Graham's always filling the airwaves with his propaganda. Like it's... all it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes him real hard.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loin?
You've often posed these...
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Note.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna. Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such...
Exactly what I would have said, if I'd been paying attention.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush. I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you? I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes... What else can I do for you?
Greetings. And what can I do? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it. But if you want to help him, Velma... But I'll warn you. Grim wore her patience...
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or a mantis worm wings, whatever. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of...
He's sort of the strong, silent. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. I couldn't. Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this... Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body
Good to have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking. Not in Stella. Besides. You think that's what I'm looking for? Sorry.
A fine day. Anyway. Then it's good. What can I do for you?
Smells like wrapped in here.
Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the saltiness.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I... Look, you can... Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had... Hope you can forgive my temper. First, my autoloader foreman... This again? I swear, this... You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. That about cover... No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. She runs the betting parlor across the way. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real... Damn right. Sure can. If you want to pay me... Fine by me. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoload.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean...
He and his whole crew walk... Not on Monarch. Sanjar throughout the old work mandate. Sure. Until your workers start making ridiculous... Because we've got a budget. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at... I'm joking. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. He's a real wizard with a pharmaceutical... Since you don't... Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start... Unless you're here to tell me he's...
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain them.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else. If Caleb wants to keep this... Maybe so. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk.
You'd steal from your own people?
That's business. Someone's got to keep the lights on. For running me ragged while he takes an... Fine by...
I'll keep it down.
Please, will someone help me? Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not. Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about...
Oh, law, Captain. A young...
Please, won't... Thank you. You look for... And if you...
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of... How? That was supposed to go out with the next batch of salt tuna. What are you suggesting, pal? Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon... Fine, we're going.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon talk? You look like... Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days. But I hope it's working okay, because no... Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to the...
Oh, no, that's not...
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit. On account of no one else having any... You sound pretty sure. And she...
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirits between you and me, Captain. I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, but we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Laws. Can't a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor? What I am doing, sir. And how should they know what they're missing? I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper days of consumption and culture. Look, you're making me melancholy.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's slide getting so I can't tell the blood. Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn... Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't... If you think this is drunk, I gotta sit, partake, buy me a drink, and let's chat. Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well. Let's get down to break. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains... I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
You sure have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill?
Ellie. And sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie.
New face, huh? You from off-world? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell and revel.
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
Sure thing. I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages. Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her.
Have you talked to Sebastian? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Was he like... Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue... look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's give... Anyhow.
I'd give...
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery?
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just, your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer is...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Anyway... Stealing some... And yeah... We're not... Besides... Something else on your... Sure. I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a peg. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for Rap Musk.
Then they don't pay to make it stink less.
Supposedly.
If it isn't the fame, what can I do?
Have you had time to check on that Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holt. I can't thank you enough. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
You're not... Well, that's... Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Something else?
If you got the...
What? No, Captain, I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without putting myself out of business. I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven. Nothing I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking works. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady. You're a gentle soul, miss. Be careful with this one, all right? He's kind of a brute.
Oh, gosh. My tum's rumbling just smelling that casserole. Nice thing about traveling with the captain, we meet all sorts of new people.
Sure, best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater.
You're back. All of the above?
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these? We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Dr. Ellie, you ever wonder if maybe we got some things in common?
This isn't another thing about wrenches and guns, is it?
Because you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both... Anyway, because you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both fix things, heal them up.
Hate to break it to you, but before I got to Groundbreaker, I fixed more noses than bones. Nowadays, I probably shoot more than I save.
Oh.
Be right there. hope Edgewater don't end up like this. You take us to the nicest places, Captain.
Sure. Coming back.
Got it.
Nice one.
True professional. I'm going. On my way. Dr. Ellie, you ever wonder if maybe we got some things in common? This isn't another thing about wrenches and guns, is it? Because you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both fix things, heal them up. Hate to break it to you, but before I got to Groundbreaker, I fixed more.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
So then I said, fine, I'll pay you back for all of it.